Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's feeling well. And I'm finally be back out here in the bayou for the month of June. Okay. So I hope you all having a good Wednesday. Thank you so much for another day and another opportunity to walk peacefully out here. All right. Let's check this video out for today, y'all. What can you do to make this customer service still successful by speaking bilingual? As we all already knew that English is your first primary language here in the USA. So here's what we need to do, okay? As for everybody, who got hired at that company. So everybody is still learning English and Spanish because everybody has already started speaking their native language, and that's a great one. Okay. Remember that focus on other customers who does not speak English. So my job was to help these customers to speak in Spanish. So we want to be highly successful by getting our raise. Okay? So put confidence in yourself, y'all. Okay? Sometimes, when customers get really upset and they are having trouble, speaking English, my job is for them to translate for them. Okay? Let's say, if that person does not speak English, they speak Spanish. But if the other person does not speak Spanish, they speak English. All right? So make sure you need to combine it together and translate, what they are saying. Okay? So it's important that you barely help them out. See, what's the issue going on. Okay? Remember, try to avoid confusion over there. Okay? Additionally, right? You want to start building trust, loyalty, and respect here. Okay? Because, it's important for me to, communicate these customers in Spanish because, because some customers are new there, and it's their first time. They do not understand where the other location is at. Okay? So, for example, if some customers ask me and say, what is the route number to get there? Okay? So you will have to explain to them, in Spanish. Okay? Very important skill. Okay? But the first thing is that, you need to greet all the Spanish customers to say, hello, how are you doing? How can I help you today? Is this your first time here? They're gonna say, yes, explaining to them, in Spanish. Okay? I do personally speak Spanish because I'm bilingual. Okay? Because some because most of them, they don't understand, what the process are. I would literally explain to them in Spanish. Okay? So we wanna continue to make this customer service very successful, everybody. Okay? I know it's hard for me, not to do that, but it's my job to help these customers who doesn't speak English, So, and just because I speak both languages does not mean I speak other languages other than English and Spanish, y'all. Okay? So, yeah. And like I said, so pay attention to these customers, what they are saying in Spanish. Okay? So you would have to translate for them. Okay? Just imagine, if anybody does not have a translator to communicate, I would be the first one to translate for them, to see what they are saying, what they are explaining. So we want to make it better for everyone. So but most importantly, remember that do not be afraid to talk to me, okay, about this whole situation, okay? Because I know many people, who does not speak the same language like you, including me, because I've been helping, everybody who doesn't speak English, rather, speaking Spanish to them. Okay? And I'm fine with it, So my goal is that, help these customers to speak Spanish. I know I'm capable of what I'm doing from now on. Because I know I helped them try to get their location, you know, doing the best I could. Okay, that's okay. Because because you know, as for many of you who are bilingual, um, and we know that sometimes it's okay to feel furiously frustrated. That even though they do not understand, I will be happy to assist you. Okay, all right. Whether it's picking up the the telephone. If you're gonna dial the number, make sure you need to pick a number. Even though, if let's say, for example, I would just say thank you for calling the company. Okay, hello, how can I help you? What can I do for you today? Okay, so they're gonna start explaining to you in Spanish rather than in English. Okay, and you will say, yes, I need to resolve this issue because I cannot get it right. Prices, the my bill was way too high. Okay, so we want to make this customer service very successful. Okay, so remember, folks. Okay, for those of you who are bilingual, okay, do not be afraid to talk to me about it. Okay, whether I don't know whether it's people who are having trouble swiping the cards in, leaving out of the parking garage, or who are having trouble with their payment. Okay, call them, explaining to them in Spanish. Write a letter in Spanish. Write a message in Spanish. It would be much easier for everybody who would translate for them. So we can make these things right for ourselves. Okay, so because remember, consistency is the key to rehandle. All right, so we may not be able to say mean things in Spanish, so we have to show respectfully explaining everybody in Spanish, because it's very important for all of us to get more details, so you can get a better understanding to that very company where you work, folks. Okay, and remember, whether they're finished resolving the issue, finishing up their payments, you tell them, thank you very much for shopping with us. Thank you very much for spending time with us. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Come see us again soon. Okay, so you will have to do that in Spanish. Okay, as for me, I have already done my part. Okay, I've already done my part because I have been doing this for over a year from now or so. Okay, so I was not too scared to them to speak Spanish, because I would not be having any more trouble with that. Just because if we don't have anybody, just because they don't not have anybody to call customer service to to speak Spanish, I will be there to translate for them and assist you out as soon as possible in Spanish. Okay. All right. So that's a great way to explain yourself. What you can do about that. Okay. So remember, consistency is the key. Resolving those issues, rebuilding trust, and getting you back on track so we can re-engage from one another. All right. Okay, guys. So that is it for today. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. It's a beautiful day out here. It's raining. It's not raining just yet. And I have almost been here for the past month, because, I have to be able to prepare myself so I can be ready to go once again. All right. So thank you all very much for that. I hope you all have an outstanding day. Just remember, okay? For those of you who don't speak English, you speak Spanish. For those of you who do not speak Spanish, you speak English, okay? So try to have a better communication with them and try and translate for the better. All right? So thank you all very much for that. I'm going to let y'all go. I have some things I need to get taken care of at the house. And so I have to be ready. I have to iron these pants so I can be ready for that. So I can be back on Friday and, pump things up. All right. So thank you all very much. I hope you all have a great day. Take care of yourself, and I will see y'all later. Thank you. Godspeed. Peace and love to everybody. Take care, y'all.